Opening a cafe is one of those business dreams that feels fun and creative, but it also comes with real financial decisions. From licenses and equipment to rent and staffing, the total cost can vary a lot depending on your space and vision. Here's how much it really costs to open a cafe. Hi, I'm Jay, and welcome to Explained by Square. Before you even open the doors, you need legal permission to operate. That means getting the right business license and certificates, a food license, complying with health regulations, and a music or entertainment license. Food licenses and basic permits are part of the setup. Some basic permits can be as low as a few $100s, but food permits specifically are a bit pricier. They can be in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, depending on which country you live in or even what state or region you live in within that country. If you plan on playing music, even background playlists, a music license may also apply with monthly fees that depend on the size of your cafe and seating capacity. Insurance protects your business, your team, and your customers. Most cafes will need public or general liability insurance, cover for employees such as workers' compensation or employer's liability, and insurance for equipment, stock, and fit-out. The exact names and requirements vary by country, but together these policies typically cost a few $1,000s per year, depending on the size and risk profile of your operation. Getting advice early can save money later. A lawyer can review your lease and contracts, and an accountant can help with tax planning and business structure. Professional fees often sit between $1,000 and $3,000 initially. Where you choose to set up has one of the biggest impacts on your budget. Buying gives you control and longer-term security, but leasing is more common for first-time cafe owners because of the lower upfront costs. Existing cafes for sale can be attractive because they often come with equipment, compliance, and an existing customer base, though prices vary widely. Once you've secured a space, there's fit-out and design to consider. Fit-out costs vary widely for things like flooring, painting, and cabinetry. These can start from around $2,500 to $4,000 per square meter. That's roughly $200 to $400 per square foot, depending on the scope of the renovation. Add in front-of-house furniture, decor, and lighting. That's another $5,000 to $30,000, depending on your style, vision, and size. Then there's the gear that actually lets you make coffee, serve snacks, and run your operation. Expect to invest tens of thousands here if your cafe doesn't come with any equipment, with amounts depending on whether you're buying new or secondhand equipment and how elaborate your menu is. Now, your visual identity, logo, signage, window graphics, and exterior design all matter for attracting customers too. Budget $2,000 to $10,000 for signage and branding, especially if your street presence is key to foot traffic. You'll also need tools to manage sales, bookings, and payments. A point-of-sale system doesn't have to have large monthly costs. For example, you can get started with Square POS software for free, with optional paid add-ons. Also, there are a variety of hardware options to process orders and accept payments. Good systems help you take card transactions, manage orders, track sales and inventory, and integrate online and in-store channels. Now, you want people to know you exist before you open. Marketing budgets vary, but a reasonable starting range is about $1,000 to $10,000, depending on how big your launch push is. Don't forget, you still need to pay your staff. People are the heart of your cafe: baristas, cooks, front-of-house staff, and managers. Labor costs can vary based on wage rates and hours, but you'll want to budget for regular staff wages and any manager's salaries. For planning, think of wages per hour or annual salaries for key positions. Once you're open, utilities and ongoing operational costs matter. Managing these through efficient equipment, smart scheduling, and regular reviews help you keep your margins healthy. There's no one number that fits every cafe, but here's a starting point for Aussie and American sellers. As you can see, getting started can range widely, but with clear planning and budgeting, you can build a roadmap that fits your vision and financial capacity. Opening a cafe is about crafting a space people love and building a sustainable business. Understanding baseline costs before you commit gives you confidence and helps you make choices that support your success from day one. Thanks for watching, and follow Square for more business tips and inspo.